KWASI OWUSU is showing us around his makeshift hut. 15 years ago, he journeyed from Ghana to Spain to find work. But his hopes of finding a better life have been well and truly dashed.
Look at that. If it caught fire, we'd have a problem. We're expected to work hard, so we have a right to a decent place to live. It's not fair that we have to live like this.
But no one will rent him an apartment, despite the fact that he has a residence permit, leaving KWASI to live in what's basically a slum. Drinking water has to be fetched in a cart. Residents have to wash in public. It's a similar story with many other African migrants here in Almeria. They're agricultural workers but barely earn enough to get by.
Look at them. It's hotter inside them than it is outside. The owner pays a pittance. 33 or 34 euros a day. And you don't get a contract.
Migrants like KWASI provide cheap labor in the plastic greenhouses that are omnipresent in Almeria. Many of the migrants work illegally. Without a job contract, they can't find anywhere to live. Their employers are reluctant to talk. They don't want our cameras here. Juan Lopez does agree to be interviewed. He employs African day laborers and assures us they all have job contracts, Social Security, and a wage of 40 euros a day. But he says he can understand why some smallholders pay less and don't bother with Social Security. The economic pressures are too great. It's the distributors who are earning the real money.
It takes one whole day to harvest 2,000 kilos of peppers. I need 8 people. I really should be getting more money for my produce. If I were, then I'd be able to pay them more.
Every day before dawn, the migrants gather on the street corners in the hope of being picked up by a smallholder for a day's work in the greenhouses. None of the migrants are willing to talk to us. We approach a Spanish van driver. He just does what he's told, he says.
I'm just a simple worker. I'm no better off than the migrants.
Many Spaniards do indeed work under similarly precarious conditions, with little or no social security and for a meager wage. But according to trade unionist JOSÉ GARCÍA, the difference is that migrants are not even aware of their rights. In his eyes, it's pure exploitation. He hands out flyers to the day laborers coming off their shifts.
You should be getting 46 euros a day, not 30. And your boss should be paying into social insurance schemes so that you can claim a pension later. You should also be wearing protective face masks when you work with chemicals. Safety is vital. You could get sick.
But few day laborers are prepared to raise these issues with their bosses for fear of losing their job.
Fear is always the enemy.
According to the unionists, the government is turning a blind eye.
The politicians are just burying their heads in the sand. They don't want trouble. They're not interested. You have to remember, most day laborers in Almeria aren't going to vote, so they don't have a lobby.
We tried to talk to the authorities in Almeria, but were refused an interview. Day laborer KWASI OWUSU is bitter. He's lost faith in the Spanish authorities.
I just want the authorities to help people find decent places to live and to help us get slightly higher wages. We don't know how to claim our rights.
KWASI sends the money he earns in Spain back to his wife and 3 children in Ghana, who he misses dearly. But given the way he's forced to live, He'd rather not bring them over to Europe.